Welcome to the world of unstoppable machines, roaring chainsaws, and fearless lumberjacks. This is where giant trees fall and raw lumber is transformed. Let the logging action begin. Welcome to Saw Masters. In the middle of a dense forest, a worker wearing protective gear and a hard hat was carefully using a chainsaw to cut into a large tree trunk. The saw blade roared, sawdust flew, the tree shook and then fell down with a loud bang. A sharp chainsaw roars in the worker's grip. Its piercing sound cuts through the still air, calm yet ominous, like a warning of what's about to come. In a matter of seconds, the blade plunges into the thick trunk, slicing through the grain with ruthless force. No struggle, no mercy, just one precise motion, and the massive tree begins to tremble before crashing to the ground. Like a storm ripping through the forest, sudden and undeniable. The chainsaw isn't just a tool, it's a symbol of power, precision, and dominance in the wild. Peterbilt 379X, with its reinforced chassis and optimized suspension system, handles massive tree trunks across rough terrain, delivering long-lasting performance and reliability for the heavy job. On a steep slope, where the terrain is rugged and slippery, a worker wearing safety gear and a helmet is cutting down a series of large trees. The sound of saws echoes continuously, the saw blade gliding across the solid wood. Each time a tree falls, the rumble echoes throughout the forest. As one tree falls, another is ready to be cut. Sawdust flies in the air, creating a scene of speed, power, and machinery. tall tree stands firm, its branches removed one by one with calculated precision. The cold chainsaw growls, each cut a decisive, unforgiving strike. A large branch finally yields after a few determined passes. It crashes down with weight and finality, marking the end of another part of the tree's towering past. The Peterbilt 379 paired with the Caterpillar 3406B engine is a legendary hauling machine. With up to 425 horsepower and massive torque, this truck effortlessly transports giant logs across the most challenging terrains. The worker, wearing protective gear and a helmet, stood next to the uprooted tree trunk. He started the STIHL MS 460 chainsaw, the roar of the engine reverberating in the quiet space. The sharp saw blade cut deep into the huge trunk, sawdust flying and mixing with the forest soil. In the middle of the wet forest floor, a large tree trunk had been uprooted and lay on the ground, roots protruding. The worker, holding the chainsaw in his hand, began to cut deep into the trunk. The machine roared, sawdust flew everywhere. A few minutes later, the tree trunk was severed. The giant crane stretched its muscular arms through the foliage, holding the suspended tree trunk. Each heavy log was cut off and lifted with incredible force and precision. The Scania T112-310, with its classic long-nose design, rumbles through a red dirt hillside road, hauling a full load of heavy timber. Its 310 horsepower engine growls, sending gray smoke trailing into the evening sky. Though aged, the truck performs with reliable strength, pulling the heavy trailer through steep curves and uneven terrain with ease. giant tree towers in the wild, silent and mighty. The chainsaw screams to life, sharp, relentless. Its blade slices clean through the massive trunk, tearing through thick bark like armor. The wood groans, then boom. The colossal tree crashes to the ground, shaking the earth with amid roaring flames. The massive tree burns like a giant torch in the forest. The sharp chainsaw roars back, tearing into the burning trunk with relentless force. Its blade bites into the fiery core, flinging ashes and sawdust like sparks. The powerful Peterbilt hauls a fully loaded Pitts log trailer down a rugged dirt trail deep in the forest. The Pitts frame holds massive timber logs firmly in place as the truck tackles, turns, and climbs. Tires bounce through potholes, kicking up clouds of dust beneath the golden afternoon sun.